Hi, good evening. I'm Nilesh Pant. Today I'll be presenting the individual project content creator research report of ADM in 2756 esports broadcast and broadcast by Professor Alex Miltic. My chosen content creator is Ninja, also known as Richard Tyler Blevins. So we're going to talk about Ninja. He's American online streamer, YouTuber, and professional gamer. Uh, Ninja is basically well known for online streams and professional games in the world, and he originally started out in competitive Halo 3, but later became globally famous through the Fortnite grind. And in this presentation, I'll talk about him. So, basically, Ninja was a major personality in esports and online content creation, and he's not just a gamer but a full brand, we can say, because he inspired many youth who were into the esports and wanted to build a career. So he is kind of a role model for those people, and he basically started his career with competitive play for Halo 3. Now we're going to talk about the background. He was born in 1991 June in Taylor, Michigan, and later moved to the Chicago, where he grew up playing soccer and video games, and he was very much active in the school. So after high school, he made the bold decision to focus on gaming professionally instead of following the normal traditional job and the college path. And he started by entering small tournaments, joining professional Halo teams, and slowly building a name for himself, which was Ninja. So this year, early commitment in esports helped him to gain experience, and later it allowed him to handle the massive attention he got for from the Fortnite. And originally, his name is Richard Tyler Blevins, and this was about the background of Ninja. Now we're gonna talk about the content creation career, how he stepped into the content creation. So Ninja began his professional career by attending MLG Orlando 2009 as a member of Four of a Kind. So his career officially began in 2009 when he attended MLG Orlando with the team Four of a Kind. He worked hard to improve as a Halo player. Joining major teams like Cloud9, Renegades, Team Liquid, and eventually he started live streaming to share his gameplay with the fans. But the real turning point in his career was when Fortnite Battle Royale launched. So Ninja was one of the first players to master the game, and his skill instantly attracted millions of viewers because Fortnite was in so much hype that he grew like alongside with it because he was the first person to basically stream the game. So that's what we are talking here about. So he built his career as a competitive Halo player in 2009, and he played for the several teams we mentioned like Cloud9 and Team Liquid. Now we're gonna talk about what Ninja is basically well known for. So, as we talked before, one of the biggest Fortnite streamers during the game's global explosion. So, Ninja became one of the world's biggest Fortnite streamers, and one of his most famous moments was when he streamed with Drake, Travis Scott, and Juju Smith's Chester, bringing in over 635,000 viewers on the stream. And that stream showed how gaming and mainstream entertainment were coming together and could be that much massive. And he was also the first streamer to reach 3 million followers on the Twitch, and his fast-paced and flashy gameplay made him basically exciting to watch and positive, and made his personality a positive uh, so that he could connect with the youngers and younger people and the youths. So now we're going to talk about the platforms Ninja is on. Basically, he is on the streaming platforms and the content creation platforms. So for the streaming platforms, we can talk about the Twitch and the Microsoft Mixer. So basically, Ninja is active on many different platforms. His main one is Twitch because he grew from that, and he originally became famous through Twitch. So Later, he signed for Microsoft Mixer, and it was a great deal for him in 2019. And it was an exclusive contract. So even though Mixer eventually shut down, that deal proved how valuable Ninja's brand was, basically. Now we're going to talk about the content creation platforms, which the first is the YouTube. So we don't have to justify how massive is YouTube and how many creators it basically created. So on YouTube, he has over 24 million subscribers, and other than that, we have Instagram, around 12 million followers, and being active on multiple platforms also allows him to stay relevant and reach different people and diversify his content and sources. Now, we're going to talk about the organization and uh, the teams basically Ninja played for. So the he's no longer part of any competitive team, but he mainly operates as a solo brand now. But even though like he's a solo creator now, but he wasn't always independent. Initially, in his early years, he played for well-known esports organizations like Cloud9, Renegades, and Team Liquid, as we talked about before. And his last competitive involvement was with Luminosity Gaming in 2017, and these teams basically helped him to grow and be ready for the struggle he did in his entire career, which made him so much popular. So now we're gonna talk about the sponsors. So the major sponsors for Ninja were Red Bull, Adidas, and Samsung. Basically, Ninja has worked with major global brands, which shows how gaming has become now mainstream. And he partnered with Red Bull Esports in 2018, which helped him appear in large events and media campaigns. He also collaborated with the Adidas, as we have mentioned over here, like Time and Night Jogger sneaker and the Chase the Spark collection. So he collaborated with Adidas to release his own sneaker line called Time. And this was a big moment because it was one of the first times a gaming creator had a partnership with a sneaker brand. And he also worked with the Samsungs to promote the Galaxy S10 through a Fortnite tournament. So these sponsorships show that the company see Ninja as a valuable influencer, and they know that how big a brand basically Ninja has become now. Now we're gonna talk about his popularity. So we don't have to mention like how popular a Ninja is, because as we talked before, he was the first person to cross 3 million subscribers and followers on the Twitch, which was earlier Justin TV, as we know. So for the popularity, so Ninja's popularity peaked during Fortnite Global Rise. So when the Fortnite was on the hype, Ninja was the first person to bring the game into mainstream and spread awareness about the game. And his gameplay was fast, creative, and very entertaining, which basically made him stand out of the other streamers. He also did like collaborations with big celebrities like Drake, Marshmello, Travis Scott, and they basically helped him to reach viewers who weren't even gamers, but a great fan of the other celebrities. And another big factor was his popularity in his brand identity, his blue hair and uplifting attitude, and his family-friendly style. And it made like easier for younger people to follow him and get inspiration from. Also, what was a big breakthrough was the Epic Games, which is basically yeah, collaborated with Battle.net for the games like Call of Duty and stuff. So Epic Games was like even added a ninja's own cosmetic skin in Fortnite. So which shows how iconic he has basically become and how massive his popularity is. Now I'm going to talk about my opinion on this. So basically, what I believe is, as I've mentioned over here, variety of content and streaming consistency. So in my opinion, Ninja is still an influential figure. He's a massive figure, but he's not as dominant as he was during his peak time when the Fortnite was on hype. So when Fortnite's popularity went down, his viewership also dropped because he was just streaming Fortnite at that time. So I think he needs to stream more content, more games, and he should have focused and should focus on more games which are now releasing. And also, the second point is the streaming consistency. I think he needs to stream more consistently and maybe explore new types of content to reconnect with his audience, which eventually, left using the brand, which was Ninja, and his brand is still extremely strong and has a loyal fan base. But yeah, with these content strategy, if he works on the variety of content and streaming consistency, he can again be a number one streamer of all times, as he was before during the Fortnite explosion. So now these are the references which major of the information came from the Wikipedia itself. And we had some esports websites from which I took the information. And thank you.